If you are planning a destination wedding at a Hyatt Ziva or Zilara resort, you are definitely going to want to stay tuned on how you can find out firsthand all about the resort and get a smoking deal on a mini getaway. Okay, so we're here with my favorite BDM. I probably shouldn't say that because the other BDMs will get upset, but I like Freddie. He's my guy. Freddie Marsh is the sales rep for Playa Resorts, which you would know as Hyatt Ziva and Zilara Resorts. And we're here today to talk about the wedding program.
Big day preview.
Can you just run through the details of what it includes?
Absolutely. And I don't mind you calling me your favorite. I'm totally good. So we've got this really great program. It's called Big Day Preview. So this is really designed for somebody, for a couple that's looking at getting married at one of our beautiful resorts, but wants to go down and just sort of see it for themselves before they decide. So it's a really great program. It includes 2 nights at one of our Hyatt Ziva or Zilara resorts. So it's $500 for the 2 people for the 2 nights. It's best category room at check-in, and you meet with one of the wedding coordinators. You do what we call a site inspection, so they can take you around and show you all the different wedding venues. If you wanted to see what some of the room categories look like, they can take you in and show you the guest rooms. You'll see the restaurant. So they really give you a really great tour of the resort. We can also arrange some outside vendors to come in. So if you were working with some outside vendors, we can arrange for them to come in and meet with them. We can do some tastings. And then the best part about it is when you book your wedding with us, you actually get that $500 back towards your wedding. There is a stipulation of it needs to be a minimum $5,000 wedding spend for your whole wedding package, which is very easy to do because our most popular wedding package, it's just around that amount anyways. So it's a great program.
$500 for 2 nights at the Hyatt and then getting bumped up to the best available room category. This is an insane deal. So you definitely want to take advantage. Now, we should point out that it is limited. For example, if a person was getting married and they wanted to do the big day preview on, let's just say, for example, December 24th and 25th, might have an issue with availability, might not be able to book those particular dates.
Yeah, that's right. Unfortunately, during peak travel periods like Christmas, Thanksgiving, spring break, it might be pretty much impossible to get the big day wedding preview for those dates. But other than that, we really actually, it helps us as well when a couple does the big day preview because then they know the resort better. So it makes the whole planning process. So we really try to make it as easy as possible because we want people to take advantage of this program.
Well, and having been a destination bride myself, I know that, that was about almost 20 years ago that we said I do's. We decided to get married in Cuba, being Canadians. And I'd never been to Cuba. I'd never been to the resort that I wanted to get married at. And I was planning all of this from the west coast of Canada. And as you know, Cuba is located smack in the middle of the Caribbean. So geographically a little bit distant. And I really had no idea what to expect. 20 years ago, there weren't a lot of resources for destination weddings. It was kind of a new concept. And I had a lot of questions. The wedding coordinator that I had, who has since relocated actually to America, Marcella, she was great. And she did answer a lot of my questions. Sometimes you just want to be able to you can't visualize everything. The location, sometimes you want to get a sense of, well, what's the sun going to be like at a certain time of day? Is this a particularly windy location or, is it normally quite sheltered? Because look, ladies, if you're going to be doing your hair and having the dress, do you want to be on the middle of the beach in an area that is known as a massive wind tunnel? I think not. I've also booked their wedding at the Hyatt Resort. And then they were like, you really can't get a sense. Like I just can't decide which location I want to get married at. So we've done the big day preview for them after the fact. It's not advertised, but it is something that can be done, correct? On a case-by-case basis?
Absolutely. Like I was saying, we really like it when couples do the big day preview because it just makes it easier to plan the wedding and they just feel more secure about what they're booking. So yeah, so we do it by case, but I see it happen quite often that you can do the big day preview even after you've actually booked the wedding. So that's a great option as well. Just work with your travel agent, one of our wedding coordinators, and we'll be able to look into that and set that up.
So $500, folks, it's US $500 for the 2 nights total. And then that value goes towards your wedding package. So you're really getting a 5,000 value at 4,500. So when you sort of do the numbers the way I do my weird numbers.
I followed that. I totally followed that.
Good.
I got married in Vancouver, and I actually kind of wish that I had done a destination wedding just because I think the idea of being at a resort with your closest friends and family for a week, instead of being one day, you get to spend that time for a whole week with your friends and family. I do kind of regret that. I kind of wish that I'm thinking maybe for our 20-year, I've missed our 10-year anniversary, but I might have to talk to you, Christine, about maybe a 20-year renewal.
That's an interesting thing that you've just brought up. Would this apply if it was a vow renewal as well?
Absolutely.
Oh,
absolutely it would.
Oh, I did say that I'm almost at 20 years, so maybe I'll be looking at that too.
There you go.
Although to be fair, I've seen all the resorts many, many times. So it'd be a bit disingenuous to say, oh, let me come and check out the resort.
I was going to say, I think you could probably lead the site inspection at our resort.
Yeah, probably. So yeah, talk to your travel agent about investigating into this big day preview is what it's called. It's a great opportunity for you to go down and see the resort, get really comfortable with it. And, especially, look, y'all know that I love Hyatt resorts, and the service and the staff are just what really makes such a difference. And again, this is why Freddie is I'll say it, he is my favorite sales rep, BDM. And it's because the service follows through with Freddie and with the whole team. So rest assured, if you're booking your wedding at Hyatt, you're in great hands. Well, thanks for joining us today, Freddie, and thanks for telling us a little bit more about the big day preview, where you can go and sample the resort and check it out for your destination wedding. Thanks a lot, Freddie.
Always a pleasure. Thanks, Christine.
Click to watch this video and see some amazing wedding setups at the Hyatt Ziva and Zilara Cap Cana Resort in Punta Cana.